Clank, clank, clank.
Clank, clank. Oh, there he is. There's the man. Nacho made it.
Nacho man.
Oh my God. A Nacho man.
I had some
Yeah.
issues, I guess, with my internet. I was going, hey, wait, where did everybody go? Then I
Oh,
restarted.
yeah.
So now I
No
found
worries,
everybody.
man. No worries. Well, welcome everyone to Build in Public with Clankercon 2025.
Clank, clank, members.
We have some of our amazing other core builders that are out at FarCon right now. We're totally jealous. They're in New York, just having a great time. Ryan, Smoke, Zem, the
Chris.
coordinate team, Chris, Casey's at a wedding, so he's having a great time. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, he's probably having a really great time right now. Because it's pretty late where he's at. But yeah, welcome everyone. To this next edition of Build in Public, and this is where we show you the magic of what we're creating with this amazing metaverse event for the base ecosystem, for creators, for builders. Bringing projects together, bringing communities together. All doing it in the metaverse, where you can come to this event. You don't have to pay for a plane ticket. You don't have to have, lodging. You don't have to pay for food, nothing like that. You can chill in your pajamas if you want to. You could even be naked if you want to, if make sure you keep the camera off. But you can come to this event by PC, Mac, all your smart devices, mobile, tablets, and even VR headset, for this event. So without further ado, we will get into some of the other thing, the amazing things, that we're crafting right now with this event. We've got Lynn here, we got Nacho here. Nacho is the main lead for the metaverse build. And so, Nacho, are you able to share your screen and we can kind of get going here?
I just realized I went and spun things up, and then when I switched over, when I had my internet problem, I just realized that my spatial, the windows I had open, they're frozen. So I might have to.
Oh no!
I mean,
Okay.
I could show a frozen screen, but I might have to quit out. And then
you might have to. You might have to come back. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
What I will do
let me
then
try doing
is I will jump in and share my screen for right now.
Great.
And
I'll be back.
And then also we'll push out to the socials, everything else as well. So, there's several different channels and everybody that's watching. And make sure, we got our messages here and everything. So love the music, Lynn. It's got that very Farcast type of vibe, the cult to Clanker AI, which is what the Farcasters are. You see a little image behind with our cloaks on, right, in the background there. But yeah, it's got that ethereal, like set the mood. I really like that. So okay, let's go.
It's kind of my vibe as well, because I may or may not go into the forest sometimes doing things. Ancestors,
Is this happening soon?
Where I go out into the forest, it happens. It happens, maybe.
Oh, it already happened. BM Wingo, BMGM. Great to have you watching here. I'm gonna bring up the actually we're in the level 3 block out here that Casey's working on. Let me jump in on the level 3 blockouts. Where is this? Actually, Wingo, if you want to, you can definitely jump. Oh, Ryan. I see Ryan as well. Nice. Ryan, we hope you're having an incredible time at FarCon. I'm sure you are. Nacho is coming back. He had his screen freeze, so we just gotta get this going on.
How us techie people are always having techie issues.
Oh yeah, totally. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna make sure to share, what we're doing with the Clank. We've got Own the Doge hosting right now too, and then let me grab. Let's do Clankercon. Let's grab Clankercon here. Okay, it's perfect. I'm gonna share this, repost. I'm just reposting to all these different accounts right now.
Oh yeah, I should probably.
And we encourage everyone that's watching to repost, like, comment,
Subscribe.
subscribe. Get pumped and excited for Clankercon 2025.
We are so excited. I am so
and
excited.
Right. And if you have not signed up yet, make sure you go to thecreators.com/Clankercon, sign up for the wait list, make sure you're ready to go. We got the tickets coming really soon. Hybrid NFT tickets, they're going to be so freaking amazing. That are driven by incredible technology. And I'm not being biased because I'm the CEO of the company of Rift, rapidly yielding future technologies. But we're using some really amazing tech that will allow you to collect different items in the metaverse, collect that into your hybrid NFT ticket that can then evolve and expand over time, the different metadata, and also be able to hold tons of different collateralized assets inside of that hybrid NFT. And so it's just going to be a really cool way to showcase what we've got coming for Rift, which will be launching our platform soon. Platform that will be on 7 chains, fully permissionless, no code, self-serve. Anybody will be able to use these systems to create new ways of composability for liquidity, composability for value from tokens and NFTs and other types of assets. So, it's going to be crazy when that comes out. I can't wait to see what projects do with all those different dynamics. So, okay, let me share this. We're going to repost this. Perfect. And then I'm going to here. And Lynn, I'm really curious to hear a little bit more about your experience when you said, maybe I have, because, there's something that's happening right now. And if you ever come to any streams of ours, you'll know that we like to get deep. We don't just stay on the surface level of everything and like, oh, cool, look at this 3D asset and this thing. We talk about, spirituality. We talk about, different things that, and convergences that might be happening. What's happening with AI? What's happening with humanity? All those different topics. And so I'm very curious because there seems to be a vibration that is happening on the earth right now that's kind of elevating spiritual experiences. And it's almost like a call is going out across, many dimensions of time and reality. And so it's a special time to be alive, special time to be in this industry where so much of this technology is going to lead to a new dawn and a new era for humanity. So yeah, let me share a little bit more of these. Is Nacho back? I haven't even checked if Nacho has come back yet here. Oh, he is back. Okay.
He's been here. He's been hanging out. He's been listening to you.
Hello.
Okay. Awesome.
I've been trying to get my things back together. I think I have things running again.
Okay, awesome. We will actually have you share your screen because it'll be a lot more exciting, with everything that's being built out. I mean, of course, I can, go around, this maze that Casey is working on. They'll have a bunch of different activations in here and little Easter eggs. And this is one of the levels, for the Clankercon 2025 experience and Metaverse conference. And so we have different games, mini games, puzzles, all kinds of, ways that we're engaging you through entertainment, through soaking in knowledge, and also creating new and everlasting relationships and partnerships and collaborations, within this space. So that's one of the beauties of metaverse events, that everyone around the world can come.
Excuse me, sorry.
All share in that.
I tried to hit my mute, but didn't make it in time.
Yeah, no worries, man. Bless you. And another really cool thing too is that you might have seen some of the announcements, but we do have Jesse Pollock, the based one, the ultimate based one, coming to speak at this event, and we also have Dan Ramiro, the co-founder of Farcaster, and right now FarCon is happening, and so you've got just the incredible innovators and pioneers, and those are trailblazing our industry, and not just our industry, but the tools that are necessary to bring decentralization to the entire world. And so that's just something that excites us to no end. Okay, so,
and also an awesome fun fact about Jesse that happened today. So we've talked about it before. We have a couple of funds out there for creators on Artisan. This past Wednesday at the Base Creator Show, we did have Renee, one of the co-founders of Artisan, on as a guest panel speaker. Jesse donated to the Creators Fund today, and Artisan...
Whoa, I did not know this.
Artisan had a 2x bonus where Renee just pushed it out and was like, hey, for every $1, I'll give you 2. And Jesse donated today. So an additional $1,500 was added to the Creators Fund on Artisan for those who get curated. Isn't that exciting?
Absolutely exciting. That is so awesome.
Thank you, Jesse. You are awesome. Amazing. We appreciate you, because even in the middle of FarCon and everything that they got going on over there, everything that they're presenting, all of the new technology and projects that are coming out and people are building, he still sat down to find time to show the base creators some love. So thank you, sir, so much.
Yes, thank you so much, Jesse. Thank you for being such a light for everyone on base, for breaking boundaries, for going outside the box, like thinking of the newest ways to engage, the newest ways to potentially add revenue channels, and the newest ways to empower creators. And so that is it's absolutely incredible. And I think that one of the reasons why Base is succeeding so much is because of the heart and the soul that Jesse has. How he is so dedicated to each individual, from the bottom up to the top down. Every single creator and builder and projects, he will give his time to. He will give his time to really feel them out and see what they want to bring to the majesty of what we create here in Web3 and what we're creating for the world every single day. Those of us that are massive believers in this technology. I definitely, for sure, am one. I know that Lynn is, and Nacho is, and many of you that are watching. And so, and shout out also to my PolyDoge fam on Polygon, because I just shared this on our PolyDoge, and they're probably thinking, what is this, Jordan? What's going on? Well, just like we did with Polycon, we're doing a massive metaverse event for base, and it's not just for base, right? So we Polydoge fam, Polygon fam, you are totally welcome to come to this event. In fact, we will have a Polydoge booth. We will have a Saiyan Pepe booth. We will have a few of our friends and family from Polygon that will be a part of this. So that's just wonderful because we're all one big family that's trying to work toward this goal of lifting humanity through this technology, whether that's financially, whether that's opportunities, whether that's, the different ways that you engage with blockchain technology and the different industries that are out there when it comes to everything from shipping things to creations to the next wave that's happening with AI. So it's an exciting time. It's an exciting time. Now, Lynn, now that I thought, yeah, you knew I was going to ask you some questions. So tell me a little bit about your experience recently in the woods. I mean, if you feel like you're prompted to share, because sometimes things that are sacred, you don't want to share all of it, right? You just want to share pieces of it.
What happens in the woods stays in the woods.
Okay, yeah, right, yeah.
No, okay. So
exactly.
First, I'm going to start out with. I know that is a thing in this space where you hear the phrase "go touch grass," right?
Yes.
I'm a believer of all of us being connected. All of us, and I mean every living, breathing creature that exists in this world. We are all connected, and one of the very best things that we can do for ourselves is be part of that world in nature. You want to go, and if it is going outside of your apartment or into your backyard, or if you have a park, or you really do have woods down the street, go sit down, walk around barefoot on grass, get to feel those vibrations, because there are frequencies that are consistently going on, all of the humming and the buzzing and all those things that
hallelujah
that you should be taking in and being part of those vibrations that are out there, in any which way you can, in any form that you do it in. There's also the phrase, right? Like, go hug a tree. It is amazing the things that you will feel, that you will hear, that can change your mood. It's very energizing. It's very relaxing, and just go and be one with nature, even if it's a little patch of grass somewhere, right? Because we are all connected. Energy moves through us, with us, for each other. And you talked about what's going on right now in the world, and we are going through this. Maybe something that you're tuning into, Jordan, is a level of growth, new beginnings, which is an optimal time for new intentions. So if you have anything that you have been feeling that you want to jump into, things that you kind of want to change, things that you want to leave behind, set those new intentions for yourself, and if you really have no idea what that might be, sit with yourself a little bit. Talk to yourself a little bit. We are living in a society where it is really hard for people to disconnect, that's used to all of these, whether you're watching TV and multitasking on your phone, and maybe have music on in the background, and have a kid running around. And these are literally examples that is in my life, because I do these things. We are all kind of used to the hustle and bustle and the driving and the traffic and the this and the that we forget to sit with ourselves, and we forget to take time to listen to our thoughts and to feel our bodies and to figure out what's going on with ourselves. So if you don't know what maybe your new intentions are, or what they should be, or where a little bit of your energy should be spent, sit with yourself. And if you can sit with yourself outside, even better. So those are kinds of some of the things that I do in nature, try to do. I don't do it as often as I wish as I could, because we are involved in so many things right now, because lots have been going on. But it's very good for you. It is good for your health. And a lot of times people don't want to do it because they're afraid of what they'll see. But that is important for you to do, to work through, to do some shadow work, because that's what it's called when you're referring to it in the witchy woo kind of way, is do some of that shadow work. And maybe you need to have a good cry with yourself, or maybe you need to look at a piece of you that needs improvement, or maybe you need to shake something off, or there's something in the back of your mind that you didn't realize was there and is holding you back, or holding you down, or keeping you from stepping into the light. So there's my spiel.
Oh, so beautiful, Lynn. Thank you.
I love it.
Thank you for sharing that. I mean, everything just rings true, rings true. I can definitely feel it, in my soul. And it's so true. And it's easy in this space, especially where everything is rush, 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 right? They say if you've been, a year in crypto is like, 4 years, right? Or like it can even be like 3 months is like a year in, in crypto, right? And just because of how much happens each day, how much happens each week. And so it's important for us to disconnect. It's important for us to ground ourselves. It's important for us to remember our whys, right? Why are we here? Why are we here? Why do we spend so much time looking at these charts, right? Going up and down. Why do we spend so much time, preaching about decentralization? Why do we do this each and every day? And so, it's important that we keep to the place where it's coming from, where that intentionality is, right? And so, and that kind of brings us to, why do metaverse events, right? Like, what is this all about? At the core, what this is about is it's about connection. It's about bringing people together. And like Lynn said, and I fully believe this as well, we are all so connected in many, many facets and ways, and even ways that we can't even currently comprehend. When you look at, different things when it comes to ley lines, and the way that energy moves around, and the way that even frequencies are, around the world, and that every cell has its own frequency, and every single part of your body has, different tunes. And so we could go into, many, many deep, subjects around that, but we are also interconnected, and everything that we even think, everything that we say, everything that we do, it affects every single person around us, right? And so we have to be mindful about what are we giving to the world, be mindful about what we're creating each day, be mindful about what we're saying about others, and what we're saying about ourselves even, right? Because what we say, we create. And so this event, as we're putting this event together, really at the heart of it is that we want you to feel that connection to others, right? Others around you. Like, so many of us, we spend so much time sitting at this computer, right? Like, I'm sitting at a computer right now and I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you anywhere that you're around the world. You could be in Africa, you could be in Asia, you could be in North America, you could be in South America, right? But to feel that true connection, and that vibrational energy, and be in the same place, together. And yes, you can do that in the most powerful place to do that is in person. But the next step is being able to gather in a virtual place in space. and share with one another, share our victories, share our failures, share what works, share what doesn't work, and grow together and expand together. That's what Clankercon 2025 is all about. And from that intention, we're building this experience, and you see this experience right now as Nacho is sharing, his Medium template here, and this is actually a template for different sponsors that are a part of this event. They get to have a interior, and this interior so they have an exterior side, right, where like you have a booth and it has your branding, and then you get to enter in to this interior. And this interior can be small, it can be large, it could be medium. And this template that Nacho is showing is a medium one. Now, the really exciting thing about every sponsor that's a part of Clankercon is that they will be able to take this space and make it their own. They'll be able to go in here and we're teaching, different sponsors how to do this in Unity and through Spatial with the platform that we're using for the metaverse build, that you can put the 3D items that you want in there. You can decorate it any way that you want. You can even have the community come in and put these items in here. The vision and the opportunities and the things that we can do with this event and what we've established so far for this foundation is by far greater than other metaverse events that I've had the privilege and blessing of being the organizer of, and the steward of, and helping to push forward. And it's just incredible where technology is now, and especially with AI. So another thing that we're implementing into this space is that all of our different booths and sponsors and different partnerships, we're getting information from them about their projects, so we can create them an AI agent that is directly being able to send the information, to people that ask for information about that project from that agent, but also take in information, since our target for this event is, 10,000 plus people, right, from all around the world. And because it's a metaverse event, you have to instance things. So things have to be instanced, to be able to have the server capacity and everything running smoothly. And so because of that, teams can't necessarily talk to everybody, right, that's going to be at the event. There might be times where you're in a space and there's like 17 different instances that are open. And maybe the team is actually in instance 3, or they're in instance 4. Or maybe the team is spread out a little bit and they're having to try to find each other, across the different instances. But that makes it so that, we can engage everybody, and that teams can go around and they can, be in their space. They can go outside the space. They don't have to be like dedicated. Like if you were at an IRL event, right? IRL event, you got to man that booth the whole time. Like you got to be there ready to answer questions, all spot on. But we'll have an AI agent that helps to, do all of that. And so it's just an amazing thing. Now I'm going to get off of my soapbox here, because for those of you that know me, I can talk. I can talk and talk and talk for days. So Nacho, if you could share your screen again and kind of go through the process of the different things that you're sharing and what's being built out for this event.
Sure. I'm just trying to. I was loading another one here. Let me see if I could find the tab. I'm just trying to get that. Hold on for a second. Yeah. So
no worries.
Okay, here it is. Okay. Yeah, I had a bit of a, I guess, internet connection issue, so that kind of screwed up things that I had set up. But it looks like we'll do it. It's just a little bit. So what you're looking at, and what Jordan was mentioning before, is that I'm showing some of the sponsor templates that will allow sponsors who want to, you know, come to the Clankercon metaverse and really talk about their project, about expose, do some exposure for their project to a lot of the people at the Clankercon. They could get these sponsor spaces. So at first, I had a medium sponsor space. What we're looking at here is a small sponsor space. So you can have the sponsor can put their own branding in various places here, and be able to have uh, users
Hey,
come in,
Nacho,
check out the things. Yeah,
real quick, can you do me a favor?
yeah.
You know your button to expand your screen. Will you hit that at the
Oh,
bottom
sure,
right?
sure. There we go. How's that? Is it
Yeah,
expanded?
that looks pretty. Go. Thank you.
Fantastic. Yeah. So yeah. So this is an example of one of the smaller spaces, which is still pretty exciting. It's not so small.
Yeah, yeah.
You could have
It's
your
still
events in here
it's
and
still
do
pretty
things.
great. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, little
and you can come in with
animations.
your community. You see that map right there? That's you planning your next moves, right? With your community, right?
Yeah,
Like
little
with little
holographic.
pins and everything.
Yeah, a little kind of holographic thing. Over here is a fish tank. There's some things that need to be fixed on here, but I think those should actually turn into bubbles. So there's some things that will be adjusted. But as Jordan mentioned, we have the ability to go and allow the sponsors to add content, and they could pick things like let's add something. We could,
Oh yeah, he can show an example of what this looks like.
yeah.
So there's these platforms, right, where you can get basically like open source freeware 3D assets, and you can be able to punch them in, integrate them right into the space. And so Nacho's going to show you that right now, what you can do. It's really, really
Let's
cool.
see. Let's go and add something here.
And Nacho's having just a little bit of a stutter. I think that's because of his internet connection. But this,
Yeah,
as you saw when I was sharing my screen, it's very smooth. It's a very smooth experience. Just like playing a video game.
yeah. Let's see. Let me get to. Maybe let's put some furniture in or something like that. We could stick in an armchair.
Perfect. And while you do that, I'm actually going to push out some more social stuff real quick.
Yeah.
Just making
Oops.
sure that we get as many people, aware of what's happening here.
So we can, there are a lot of different items that you have access to that you could go and put in. Let's see. Maybe we could put in a plain seat here. And let's see. Will that show up? Oh, here it is. Here's the and you could place seats, and then here, let's move this around. I think this is a little bit too high. But what's interesting is that the sponsors don't need to know how to use Unity. They can come into this metaverse, and they could just go and click on this plus this plus icon to add content, and they could pick things like again, I picked this seat. I guess I could hit F, and let's see, I'm going to sit in there. Oh, fantastic. See, so if you have a big party, you can make a lot of seats and allow people to sit in there. Now they have more than just seats. I think there are a bunch of other items, fun things that sponsors can put in there. And if they want, they could go and open up the ability to allow the users who come in here to add. So you could kind of create. You could treat your space almost like a little performance art project.
Yeah,
That people put
community
things.
co-creation project, right? Like everybody
Yeah,
can come in. We'll have that. Farcast. We'll have that with Rift. We'll have that with Polydoge. The creators. Will have their own space. To be able to do that as well. There's gonna be a lot of this co-creation kind of thing that's happening. And it's just so cool because other metaverse events that I've done, like every single thing that we put in, we had to get authorized by that platform. Like we couldn't just go in with the community, throw up anything, and co-create together. And so this just brings so much more value to the experience and so much more ownership to the experience, with everybody that's involved, because it's not just like, hey, we're going to create this really cool thing and come experience it. It's like, we're all going to create this really awesome, amazing thing together and experience it together. Right. And so, it's just beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. The possibilities of what we can do with that.
Yeah, a lot of interesting things. And again, what I love about the idea of the sponsors and the users being able to participate is that we don't have to stick it to a certain timeline. A lot of times at metaverse events, you have to have all the assets and things set up before you launch the event. But with how this works, assets and items can be added even after the event launches, during the event. So it really is pretty interesting and exciting and very collaborative. So again, it allows the sponsors to be able to work to their own timeline in terms of how they want to populate their space, at what point they want to do it. Because a lot of times, in order for us to make these things in advance, we usually have to set a deadline, which would be, it could be 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks before the event happens. And sometimes that isn't really at a convenient time for the sponsor. They could have other things going on. But again, with this ability for the sponsors to have that control, they can match their creative schedule in with their they can match their availability with when they feel they can be creative with it. So the
other amazing part about this too is that this space is going to be forever yours. So this space, you'll be able to actually, after the event, you'll be able to co-create and use the space still after the event, and maybe and make it a place maybe where you do town halls, a place where you do AMAs for the community, where you do like mini events, right? Our sponsors that are getting like the biggest package, oh man, wait till Nacho shows you what they get.
Yeah, I'll try loading in. Yeah, I'll try loading in another one.
That is like, I mean, that's like that's
the sound effect. That is.
Is that coming from me? Where's that coming from?
That was Jordan, literally out of his mouth. He was like, "What they get is."
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I know. I'm a sound effect guy. I'm totally a sound effect guy.
You do sound effects. I'll do weird made-up accents and meows.
Oh, I do the weird made-up accents too. I totally do. In fact, anybody that's watching this, when I was Reptar with the Dino Project, I used to do Dino roars. Like I literally would do a Dino roar. I had a Dino mask that I wore, and I would do a Dino roar in AMAs and panels and everything. Yeah.
Cool. So do it.
Oh man.
You brought
really
it up.
You want me to do the Dino roar right now? Oh man. Okay. I haven't done it for a long time. I got dialed in pretty good. Let me see if I got anything to drink, because
go ahead. Do the Dino roar. I'm trying to load the other. The other
You'll
thing,
do Dino, I'll do cats. Nacho will.
Oh man. Bringing back the Reptar back from the dead. That was let's see. That was late 2022 to 2023, like mid 2023, I think, something like that. So okay, all right. Dino roar, man.
Whoops.
And you know, the thing about Dino Roar is it's like a full commitment thing. If you don't full commit, it just sucks. It just doesn't do it. It doesn't do it justice.
You have the spotlight.
Oh man, am I really doing the Dino Roar?
Let's
I guess
go.
I'm gonna have to do the well, I'm not even gonna bring that up now that I'm getting put on the spot.
Oh no.
You're literally on the spot.
I'm totally
go.
joking. I'm totally joking. I give the people what they want,
There you
right?
go.
Are you not entertained? Right. So, all right, here we go. Okay. Oh, and I always cup my hands.
God.
I cup my.
Just do
No.
it.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna do it. You cup your
Mm.
hands so you get that, you know, like the echoey effect. You know. Okay, here we go.
I am terrified. I am.
My throat hurts.
Wow.
Oh my
Truly
God.
terrifying. Truly terrifying.
I mean, one of my dogs barked.
Yeah.
Oh, there you
man.
go.
Oh man, that was
Good job.
Thank you.
And that's
Thank you.
why you can't say anything on this show, because then we'll call you out and make you do it.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
Well,
Ultron's
you know
like
what?
10 of 10. Thank you, Ultron. Thank
know, I actually do have
It's
a story.
better with the dino mask, right? Where's my dino mask?
All right, go
Should I
Nacho. What
should
is your talent?
Should I bring
Well-
the dino mask back? I'm
Yes.
gonna go grab it.
Go get it.
yes,
Well,
get your
Nacho gives
dino
us his talent.
But yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Oh, I don't know if I have a talent. I do have a story though. You know, when Jordan was mentioning ley lines, here's the thing. So, you know, I can be a skeptic at times, and I went to Stonehenge. This is during actually the day after the summer solstice. Went to Stonehenge.
I
And,
officially hate you, but go on.
And we were walking around, and actually there's a funny story about what happened before that. But this story is we're walking around, and we were just they often have tour guides, so we walked around and towards one of towards I guess the middle, not in the center, but you know, going around the outside. We caught up with a group that had a tour guide, and we kind of just stood around to listen to what she had to say, because, you know, it was our first time at Stonehenge. And she starts mentioning this is a very special place right here at Stonehenge. And then she reaches into her pocket and pulls out two brass kind of like rods that were bent at a 90-degree angle. And then she puts both of these in her hands, one in each hand, and she walks over this one area. And the rods are pointed straight forward. As she walks over this area, they cross each other. Okay, so essentially it was dowsing. Now I'm sitting there going, what? No, because, you know, also I am kind of like I'm into magic, amateur magician. So I think I know what she's doing. So I thought she was just bending her wrist just to make them cross and stuff like that. And then she goes and asks for volunteers. Who would like to try this? And I raised my hand. I would like to try it. Because what I was going to do was troll. I was going to grab those, and then I was going to walk over the spot, and then I was going to go and twirl them around in my hand and just go, oh my God, I'm getting taken over. Oh my God. Just troll everybody, right? Because, you know, I thought, this is not real. So I volunteer. She gives me the two rods, and I get over the spot. I start to walk over the spot. I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna go and make everybody freak out. But before I could actually go and just bend my wrist and twist everything, it actually, and I went, no way. So for a skeptic like me, for something like that to happen in real life, I was very amazed, very amazed. It really did. It really felt like there was some kind of force that actually did it. And again, I thought I knew, okay, this is a trick or something like that, but it wasn't a trick. It actually works. The idea ley lines, the idea that there's possibly forces and things that we don't always know that is out there. So I don't know. There's my story. I also got to, in that same trip, we went to out to Loch Ness, and again, this is during June, and about the solstice. And what's interesting is that out in Loch Ness, where the Loch Ness monster is, during June is a time where you see more of the sightings, because that's when the loch is calmer. So we went out there, and I did catch some footage of something. So it was a very supernatural trip I had when I went out there. So there you go. That's my little story.
Nacho. I don't know if you noticed that I have something on my head right now.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah. So this was my dino mask. I was
nice.
Reptar for the Dino meme coin on ETH. Yep. So, I mean, I eventually doxed myself, but this was the way I was for a while. Yeah, it was fun. So I'm gonna
Nice.
I'm
man, the
gonna
mouth blues and
I'm gonna
everything.
take it off because yeah,
No.
I don't have glasses on with
Now you
Don't
just
take
have
it
to say in it. Sorry.
I can barely see what's going on, guys. But don't you love how it moves with the mouth? That was like the greatest part.
It's pretty good.
I do.
It's
I
pretty good.
do. It's articulated, man. You could talk with it. That's why I say don't take it off.
No, I gotta. All right, just a sec.
Okay.
Now everyone can see me, what I look like without glasses on.
You look 12.
Oh, there you go.
So you should see what I look like if I shave all this. I mean, I look super young. It's crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good. Those good genes. Those good Asian genes. You know.
Oh, nice.
And German.
Yeah, I am very lucky with my genes as well.
I know, Lynn. You look amazing. You absolutely.
That was not.
Incredible.
I was not searching for a fucking compliment. Let's hold on.
No. I'm.
Yeah.
I was just organically. I was just saying that. You know, like you look way younger than your age. So yeah.
Appreciate that. I appreciate my parents and their parents and their parents' parents.
Amen to that.
Nice.
So, all right, Nacho, do you have the large to be able to show?
I was trying to load it,
Okay.
and then I ran into another issue again where everything kind of froze. So I'm going to try again, but
He also blacked out.
Today,
Like, did you notice that he's got his screen?
I know. There's something going on with my setup now.
Well,
I don't know.
you know,
But I'll try to see if I can do something about it.
time flies when you're having fun, right?
Otherwise, I might have to quit out and come back.
We
Yeah.
we literally we got 7 minutes left of the show, guys. Like,
Oh,
like
How did we even get here?
how did we? Yeah, okay, we did. We showed a little bit of the space. We talked about some awesome spiritual things, right? Lynn gave incredible wisdom and about touching grass and connecting with nature and connecting with others and all those different things and not being distracted, right? Not like disconnecting from the matrix, right? And then we showcased some of the different things that you can do in the space, right? With like the customization for sponsors and
Adding
everything like
things.
that, like inside the interior of, their different booths. And then
Yes.
I did the dino roar. And then I went to go get the dino mask, and then Nacho gave an amazing spiritual experience as he's had. And then
This
yeah,
has been
man,
a very lovely Friday.
it has
moment.
been beautiful, and we appreciate anyone that tuned in and listened to us, go on and on.
I know,
As
right?
we speak from our hearts and our souls, because like that's the best way we
Yeah.
feel.
Oh, and you know what? You reminded me, because I wanted to circle back of some of the things that you touched on about the things that we say, that especially when we're talking about ourselves. And I am guilty of
Yeah.
it as well, because I will be the first to crack a joke about me.
Mhm.
I will say, I don't know how you guys put up with me. I'm weird. I'm such a nerd. I am whatever. I make fun of myself all the time. But here's the thing. So, as a bruja, as a witch, as a practitioner, and that's part of me going out into the forest and things that I do here at home and with my girls and stuff like that. So it is incredibly important how we speak to ourselves, how we speak to each other, and where that word spells comes from. And it is the practice of using words that accompanies rituals or gestures to create a magical effect, right?
Yes.
Those intentions, those incantations, the things that you want to manifest. Definitely be kind to each other, and especially to yourself. And always know when to laugh.
It's so true. And in just about every religion and like practice out there, spiritual practice out there, most have the golden rule, right? Where you treat everyone as you would treat yourself, right? And try to treat everyone like as your neighbor, right? Charity and compassion and kindness is the most powerful thing. In fact, scientifically, they can measure that. They can measure the frequency of charity, the frequency of love, the frequency of compassion, and it's the highest on the Richter scale. Now, before we go, just because I feel like I should say this, and before we close this, but there was a study that was done in a classroom in Australia and it was young kids that were taught like the power of what words can do. And they had 2 plants, right? They had 2 plants in the classroom, and they were encouraged each day to do different things with each plant. And what they were encouraged to do was that with one plant, they were encouraged to say, "I hate you, you're the worst," like every type of thing, that's negative, right, to that plant. Like, you're not growing, you're ugly, like all of that, right? And then they had the other plant where they were encouraged to constantly be like, "Oh, you're growing so well, I love you, look at your leaves," like all these encouragement words and empowerment and things of light, things of positivity, right? And within 2 weeks, you could see the drastic differences between the 2 plants. One plant, the plant that was with negativity, was withered and dying, and like even though it had the same amount of nourishment, right? The same amount of watering, the same amount of like the same amount of soil preservation, everything like that. It was dying, and it was black and brown and just did not look good at all, right? And then the other plant was just thriving. I mean, it was just like expanded and excited, to be a plant and be living and growing and be in that classroom with all these encouraging students, right? And so if that can happen with a plant, imagine what can happen when we do that to humans, right? Imagine what we're doing to one another when we put each other down, when we, talk badly about each other, when we, say these things that are mean and hurtful and unkind. It does the same thing. And so what we encourage you to do this weekend is encourage those around you. Find those things that you're grateful for, even with the people that's difficult to deal with. And be that love, be that kindness, be that vibration of charity. So we will we're getting ready to close this out. Lynn, do you have any other parting words? I mean, I know that we're getting ready to go here.
Yeah. So first and foremost, we appreciate everyone who tuned in today. I know we didn't get to truly build in public like usual since we had a couple of missing members. Our Nacho had some techie internet issues, but we are so grateful to all of you. And we really, truly appreciate you. Jordan is right. Words have power, and they are able to manifest so much change and movement, and definitely give love to those that you love. Go touch some grass, go walk around barefooted, go get in touch with yourself this weekend. And I guess the only other thing is really remember that Clankercon 2025 is coming, and that's another way that we can connect with each other, right? And be positive and be a part of this space that brings people from all around the world together. And the fact that one of the reasons why I love the base community is because everyone is so supportive and they are so encouraging, and we are as open source as we can possibly be. I see so many individuals out there helping each other, teaching each other, crafting with each other, and it is so beautiful to watch. Continue doing it. I love seeing it. I know others love seeing it. It is motivating, it is inspirational, and you guys are making a difference, and I love it.
Amen. Thank you so much, Lynn. And Nacho, do you have any other parting words that you would like to say?
Well, I mean, I agree with what both of you have mentioned today in terms of, the thoughtfulness of words, and also being able to, find the humor in yourself. There's something that I learned a while back, which was being able to share your vulnerability. When you can actually share that vulnerability, it's amazing how that releases you from the chains of the fear of not letting people know who you are. When you can share that, all of that, it becomes very liberating. And if anything, even though it feels like you're sharing vulnerability, it actually empowers you in ways that are really interesting and exciting. So I guess I'm reiterating that I think positive words are powerful. Your interaction with other people is powerful. The ability to laugh at yourself, to see the humor in yourself, and also be able to share your vulnerability with others. It's amazing how much you can add connection to other people. And again, it gives you empowerment. So there you go. And Clanker Con 2025 is just around the corner. So Sunday.
Sunday. Well, everyone, we appreciate you coming today. Have an amazing, beautiful weekend, and tune in for the next Build in Public next Friday at 5 p.m. EST, where we will have most of the team that will be here, to showcase everything. If you have not signed up for Clankercon 2025, please do go to creators.com/Clankercon, and that is where. And Lynn put the link. Perfect. Thank you, Lynn. Have a most blessed weekend. The cloak stays on, and be based.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.